everyone, my name is Sarah, I'm one half of the YA Room, and today I'm going to be giving you recommendations for reluctant sci-fi readers. While contemporary is my go-to genre, sci-fi sits just below that, and even though I don't talk about it that much, I have a ton of recommendations and I'm just urging everyone to read them because I love them with all of my heart and I need people to fangirl with. Whether you're an avid sci-fi reader already or whether you just want to dip your toe into that genre, today I have 6 recommendations that are a must-read for every sci-fi reader. The first book I have to share with you is At the Edge of the Universe by Sean David Hutchison. This is my best recommendation for someone who loves contemporary and who was really nervous about diving straight into a fully blown sci-fi story. At the Edge of the Universe is set on Earth, but it does have those sci-fi elements to it. This book follows the life of Ozzy, who realizes his best friend has gone missing, but nobody seems to notice but him. While he investigates his friend's disappearance, he also realizes that the universe is shrinking and that it's closing in on him. While it does have that sci-fi element about the universe to it, it is such a lovely contemporary story as well. It's really deep and it has great friendship elements to it. So if you're an avid contemporary reader and you just want to try a little bit of sci-fi, I highly recommend At the Edge of the Universe. The next book on my list is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I have recommended this book so many times to so many different people because it is honestly one of my favorite series of all time and possibly my favorite sci-fi novel. If you haven't heard of Illuminae, there are 3 books in this series, Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio, and they all follow 2 different main characters for each book, and the existing characters also make appearances in those novels, so it's really cool. Illuminae is about this big starship where a deadly plague breaks out, and there's also this artificial intelligence who wants to kill everyone. Everything is happening in this book, and it's so good. Illuminae is told mostly through file formats, emails, chats. It's so incredible. I'm just so shook at how well planned this book is. My favorite pages are definitely the all black ones with little bits of text. Sometimes they make pictures. It's just incredibly cool and I love this series. But even though it has these really cool pages that are amazing to look at, the audiobook is just as phenomenal. The audiobook is told by a full cast, it has sound effects, it will blow your mind. Even if you aren't a big audiobook listener, I definitely recommend giving Illuminae a go. The next book I have to recommend to you today is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. This book is about a girl named Romy who is the only surviving member of her starship, which is headed to a new planet. She stays sane by watching movies and talking to her best friend back on Earth, but then one day she hears that another spaceship has launched from Earth with a boy named Jay on board. Romy and Jay only communicate via email and it takes months for them to receive each other's emails, and so we slowly learn more about these 2 characters, but there is a really sinister undertone to this story and it just is a book that will keep you on the edge of your seat. I did not expect that ending. I was so shook. I just loved it. Wow, 110% recommend. Give this one a go. The next sci-fi book I have to recommend is Ida by Alison Evans. This is another Love Us YA novel and it follows the life of Ida, who can shift between parallel universes. One day Ida sees a shadowy see-through doppelganger of herself and she starts to question whether she can really control these abilities. I loved Ida so much. It's definitely a really thrilling novel. I loved those sci-fi elements of it and how it kind of felt reminiscent of Doctor Who while being its own complete thing, and I am in awe of Alison. Oh my god. This is another really good one for people who are reluctant to read sci-fi because it is set on Earth, but you do have those sci-fi elements, so it's like a win-win. Highly recommend. The second to last recommendation I have for you today is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Again, this is a sci-fi novel that really reads as a contemporary. It follows the life of a woman named Rosemary who joins the crew of the starship named the Wayfarer. From there we get to see her daily life, the friends she makes. It's just such a wholesome read. I was so happy to see such a diverse cast of characters and even queer ones, so this book stole my heart. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is pretty much just a contemporary novel set in space and it is so delightful. Definitely give this one a go. And the last book I have to recommend to you today is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the gorgeousness of this cover. I am so in love with it. Oh my god. Sleeping Giants is a story about what happens when humanity finds a huge robot that has been buried under the earth. I honestly can't say any more about this book without spoiling it. It is really one that you just have to dive right into, and trust me when I say it's amazing. Sleeping Giants is a book that's primarily told through interviews with an unnamed interviewer and a cast of characters that we really get to know throughout the series. As you can see, it is just like an interview. There is no description about the surroundings. I mean it when I say that it's just all dialogue. A lot of people I know that have tried to read Sleeping Giants as a physical book have really struggled with it because they couldn't get to know the characters or what was really going on. So I definitely recommend picking up the audiobook for this one. It is narrated by a full cast, which is amazing. All the voice actors are just perfect for the characters, and it is just one of my go-to recommendations if you're looking for a new audiobook. I cannot express how much I love this series and how much it hurt me. So yeah, these are my recommendations for reluctant sci-fi readers or people who are just hoping to add to their TBR. I love all of these books so much. They are such great novels, and I just hope you read them and fall in love with them in the same way that I did. But that is it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What are your favorite sci-fi books? Did I mention any that are currently on your TBR? I would love to hear your thoughts. See you next time. Bye everyone!